Festival of Football Nation Players look really nice. As we can see here, this blue card design, in my opinion, it is really interesting. I really love it. The way they have the green, yellow font color on it. I think this could possibly be one of the best card designs, along with the classic Festival of Football, the whole green one. A lot of people are agreeing now. It has got onto them and they do sort of like it now. So we did see in an SBC, this blue design, EA Sports have confirmed it's purely exclusively going to be released as SBCs and Objectives. So there are only two ways that we are going to be seeing this blue card design. Now we do know we did get a Uruguayan nation player, and this was Jimenez, which looks like a decent card, 250k. Fodder, SBC fodder has gone up a little bit, but this is going to be expiring in around 2 days time, so possibly we could see maybe a new player on Friday as an individual, just one player. I have predictions for those. And also we do have these Swedish, this was completely a really nice concept, and I think we are going to be getting more of these. This was all for Sweden players, and we did see here, we saw Lindelof, we did see Forsberg, and we did also see Eliasson, and I do really like how this concept is. So we have two nations where I have done a trio predictions as well. So this is going to be expiring if we back out of here in 6 days. So if this promo is really going to be like a 1 month thing, like lasting a really long time, then maybe it could be once a week. We are going to be seeing nation players as a bundle, and there are going to be 3 different cards, for example. In total, they're all going for around 375k, so around 125k each. It's not too much, and the quality of some of these are really good. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the predictions. This first card here, Sterling, I made this really long time ago. We made this together, the designing team, of course, and Sterling was a man of the match card for England. He officially got man of the match. Phillips also had a very good game, so I was thinking it could be for man of the match. Obviously it wasn't, but a Sterling could still be released. But if he does get released, I would want him to be maybe a 94 rated 95, but I think he fits a little bit more better for a live Festival of Football card, possibly in a Team 2 that is going to be coming this Friday. Now Lukaku, I do think could be a card that maybe is going to be getting an SBC again. Is this going to be maybe better suited for Festival of Football? Because the live cards, the whole point of them is if it's a really strong nation like England, hopefully they're going to be doing good. Belgium is really strong. They started really strong. Lukaku, top goal scorer straight off the bat. I do think that they are going to be live cards because it's more interesting to watch them. But like we saw with Uruguay, Sweden, maybe they are not necessarily the favorites in the tournament. So most of these predictions from now on, it should actually be sort of underrated nations that typically it wouldn't make sense for EA Sports to give them a live card because their nation isn't expected to get those 3 wins, or at least go ahead and win the whole Euros tournament, because some of those 6 wins is extremely difficult, like we have talked about in the past. But Schick is going to be a nice little card if we do get him. Czech Republic, he's the one that scored the absolute banger from around 50 yards or so. So maybe he could be getting an SBC card, possibly individual, or maybe if they want to do 3 Czech players as well. Alexis Sanchez is going to be a really good one in my opinion. I do think they could, all of these players pretty much, they can either do a trio or it can just be individually. Alexis Sanchez, of course, Copa America. Chile, they do have a lot of hard competition. Don't underestimate Chile, of course. We have someone always coming in the streams, big Chile supporter, but I do think that if Alexis Sanchez was to get a card, it would make sense to give him, it's sort of the middle ground. Instead of starting him pretty low, maybe at 89 or 90 rated 91, instead of starting him low, expecting Chile to get those wins for him to get upgraded, this is sort of the mid ground. So if Chile win the whole thing, of course, this won't get upgraded, but we're accepting the fact that it's still 93 rated. It's the mid ground. I do think it's very solid for these teams for sure. And Serie A, Inter Milan, Alexis Sanchez could be really good. More of the type of flashback card as well, which is really nice as well. Kovacic in here, I do think this is going to be a nice little card as well. Croatia, of course, so it could be pretty decent. They did recently lose against England, which England are extremely happy about, but we are going to see maybe they're still going to be progressing through the group stages. But again, I think this could be an acceptance card. Kovacic, if he does get an SBC like this, 91 rated, if EA price him correctly, it can be a decent card for sure. Now for the first trio players, the trio squad, what nation is going to be getting it? I do think Slovakia could actually be very good. They did win their first game against Poland, but that was actually their only second win in the whole Euros competition. So I'm hoping they can make it a lot further, of course, would be very nice. But realistically, if EA Sports want to give them sort of a static upgrade, I do think that would be an interesting thing. I also wanted to show you guys this thing right here. So maybe these are some of the people, some of the nations that are going to be finishing third place. So we did already get Sweden. Portugal, okay, is a little bit of a controversial one, okay? All right, you've got to allow me here. Group F, all right, one of the nations is going to be getting third place. But excluding them, I do think possibly Scotland. Maybe, of course, if Slovakia are going to be getting second or third. But Turkey, Finland, maybe Ukraine, those are sort of some nations EA Sports could be going for these. And Copa America, of course, is going to be separate. So I do think that would be definitely a shout for sure. So Slovakia is what I did go for. This Skriniar could look absolutely amazing. We've gone for 96 rating into Milan. So he is actually going to be linkable. And I do think if EA Sports give the pace, this is going to be an absolutely broken card in my opinion. It should at least be very, very decent and usable for sure in FUT Champions Weekend League. Now for the next one, for the second of the three, of course, we have gone for Duda. I do think this could be a nice little card. Bundesliga, so there is going to be hype for this. If they do give him good pace, good shooting, maybe a weak foot skill move upgrade, that is always very handy with these sort of cards. But I mean, the physicality is here, the dribbling is really good, and it's sort of nice if you are going to be watching the Euros and you do see him, he had an absolutely amazing performance. If you are going to be completing this SBC, hopefully it's going to be fairly cheap. If you watch him in real life, it's sort of interesting. It's nice seeing that you have him, and if he's pretty overpowered in game, I think that's a really good feeling in Ultimate Team and linking it up, of course, with real life, with the Euros. Now for the next one, we are going to be seeing Bojenik. I do think this could be a very nice card as well. 99 pace when EA Sports dash that out, that is always very handy. The physicality, 95. We could have a little bit of a cheeky Isaac on our hands, you never know. And this is going to be, I have gone for Feyenoord, so this is going to be the Eredivisie. It can still be decent linkability maybe if you have a Malin, but definitely Slovak players is going to be quite hard to link in. We were thinking a Hamšík, but that league is just way off. That was no way going to be linkable. So at least Eredivisie, it is possible if you do still have that Anthony. A few cards, of course, it is definitely possible for sure. David Neres. So this could be a nice card, of course, making up the three players as we can see here. And depending on how EA Sports are going to price them, I just get really excited when I see sort of this trio combination. I really think, I believe it is a very, very good idea from EA Sports. So I'm looking forward to see how it is going to evolve. Is it going to be once a week? Could it possibly be twice a week? It does purely depend on how long this Festival of Football promo is going to be lasting in the long term. But moving on now to a couple individual players, we do have Renato Sanchez. Now Portuguese, of course, they are still expected to be doing good, but I do think there are some exceptions in terms of EA. How would they sort of do this as if they were to do it in packs as a live card? It is definitely possible. I do think it would be very expensive, which is okay, but I just think this would be way too overpowered. I'm sort of more hoping, I'm leaning towards the side of hope that he's going to be an SBC. However, he did already get a FUT birthday SBC, right? So maybe if he is going to be getting a card, it would make sense for it to be in Festival of Football Team 2. That is very true. Quincy Promes, I think it's a little bit of a controversial one. Netherlands had a good start, of course. They did win that game 3-2, but I still think that it is sort of that middle ground again. If you are going to be accepting a 91 rated Promes, that's just stunning in my opinion. I would really want this card, even though it is going to be, of course, now transferred to Spartak Moscow. I still think that even the Dutch, it's very linkable in my opinion. There's so many different players. Malin, you can definitely link him up into a team if you do want, and even off the bench, I do think this promos would be very nice, very nostalgic, and I would want this card. I would complete this SBC 100%. So EA Sports, if you want to drop him, 100%, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm down. Dybala is a card I've gone for. Maybe again, it is suitable more for Festival of Football with sort of these bigger cards, but I do think still Copa America, Argentina, they're pretty much, when we were on stream, favorites with Brazil, Argentina. That's what you guys said. So they're definitely leading the way, but I do think that Dybala, maybe as an SBC, EA Sports could definitely give us a big SBC player. It doesn't necessarily have to be all smaller nations. There's going to be one or two exceptions, so you never know. Dybala could actually be a good one, but again, he did get that moments SBC. So it's up for discussion for sure, but I'm basically saying I've got my fodder ready, EA, so if you want to drop any good player, Dybala, Renato, maybe even a João Felix, I'm ready, okay? EA, I'm ready. So moving on now to the next 3 players that I have gone for. I did go for Scotland. That was included on the Euros, sort of like 3rd place. Are they going to be making it? Are they going to be continuing? Are they going to be able to have enough points? Fraser would be a very nice card in my opinion. It would be very decent. Newcastle, so it is going to be quite linkable, and 99 pace, 95 dribbling. It's an overall pretty meta card, and even off the bench, if you need some extra pace, I do think that this Fraser could be a pretty decent card. Now we have gone for Henderson. I didn't want to make it purely Premier League or EFL because that could have been very easily done, but I have gone for a Serie A player, so this could actually be maybe get into a few teams. If he's going to be quite cheap, then it might be worth it. Maybe like we used to have like player of the month SBCs. If it's literally like 30-40k, why not? You might as well complete it. But I've got a Serie A midfield with Vidal, 9 Golan. He's not going to be making it in there if we are honest with ourselves. But I still think as long as it's fairly priced, maybe EA could even give it a bigger upgrade. I do think it could be a pretty decent card for Henderson. But the main standout player why I've gone for Scotland here is going to be Tierney. Possibly a 94 rated card. Wow, I think this would be very popular. Arsenal fans, who's with me? Let me know if you want this card, because this card, 94 rated, 99 pace, 95 physical, it's not too shabby. Maybe even some people would be nasty enough to suggest that it could be a centre back. You never know. But I believe this is going to be all of the cards that I have got in this video. So there could be some small player SBCs released, not small but individual player SBCs, and a few trios. I'm hoping EA are going to do more. If they just do one Sweden like they did and they're just going to leave it there, that's only what I'm worried about. But I believe EA know that everyone was happy with this. They're excited. At least 1 or 2 more in this promo. Again, it's depending on the length of the promo, but let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about that. And for sure, I think underrated nations, that is the direction EA would head towards. Sort of, they wouldn't want to make Scotland, for example, live, because you're not sure if Tierney is going to be making it so far or not. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. I'm interested to know, did I miss out any good players? João Felix should have actually been in here, but let me know down in the comments below. I will have a Festival of Football Team 2 predictions coming very soon as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.